Okay, here we are back in Sentinels, the Multiverse. So before we get started with the one-shot, I do have to give a bit of a shout-out to Crimson. He may have just set the world record, or I don't even know if we really want to consider it world record, but as far as I know, it is the fastest win time against Bomber Blade with 2 rounds. So in case you're wondering, yes, he seriously did take out all 30 hit points on the first turn, and then on the second turn he took out all remaining 40. 70 damage, 2 rounds for a win. Kinda crazy. So I don't know if I'm going to try to challenge that just yet, but in the meantime, I have bigger fish to fry. And unfortunately, I do mean fry, as in literally. So here we are with Solar Retribution. So after, how many weeks has it been? Damn. Okay. So 7 weeks later, we are back with a core game challenge, and emphasis on the challenge part because this is Challenge Edition. You can see that it's been live for about 6 hours, and I have to teach you guys this one how to play a card that is not actually available, but this is pretty much verifying everyone's suspicions that Fanatic's going to be the next release. So I'll go over this in a second, but Solar Retribution. All units be advised, we have a Code 240 in progress. Possible Code 242 at City Hall. Officers are reporting multiple enhanced suspects in conflict. Full use of deadly force is authorized. All available units report to the scene to assist. Repeat, deadly force is authorized. So we're taking the Rook City Wraith, Xtreme Prime Warden Fanatic, and Beacon against Challenge Mode Dawn. So I'll explain what all this entails in a second. We'll let her set up and then we'll go over everything. The world belongs to the citizens of the sun. I don't know if she's supposed to have a German accent or what, because the whole blonde hair thing, we don't see her eye color, so I don't know if it's supposed to be like a Nazi type thing going on or what exactly. It's just, it screams master race, that's all I'm saying. Preliminary investigations have shown this will be a tough fight. By the way, you actually can see her name. I forgot what her last name is, but you can always look at Expatriate since that's the whole mother-daughter thing going on. So, show on the road. Citizen Assault out first, so we finally have a guy to take the field. Citizen Summer. And Channel the Eclipse. So she hits the highest HP for 1 energy damage, which is actually Hero -2. And then Assault will hit everyone for 1, which goes up to 2 when battery is present. So for this I want to hit Wraith and Legacy. So basically we're spreading the damage a little thin. So, Challenge Mode Dawn. I've shown her Ultimate Mode. I don't know if I did Challenge Mode or not for her alone, but anyway, on Challenge Mode, Solar Retribution is enabled. So whenever a citizen is killed, Dawn will hit the hero target with the highest HP for 3 fire damage. And that's fixed 3 damage. It doesn't matter how many heroes are present, it'll always be 3. So you have a couple different ways to go about this game. You can either do a controlled flip, which is usually what I recommend when you have a team of 3 heroes, or you can just do an end of days nuke and deal with her being invulnerable for a little while some new citizen comes out. We're going to try for the controlled flip. And for Xtreme Prime Warden Fanatic, this is a new card. I can't enable its foil just yet because it's not available to the public as of right now. This is the only way to play the card. Her new power is Kill the Spirit, which I plan to demonstrate in full here. She deals 1 target, 1 radiant damage until the end of your next turn. Redirect all damage dealt by Fanatic to that target. So this allows you to control all of her AoEs and focus them into the form of a nuke. So in case you're wondering, with Fanatic, this is her damage form. You may say, what's her core form? Yes, that does a little bit of damage, but this just turns her one-shots into extremely nasty cards. As for the whole Xtreme Prime Wardens thing, they're supposed to be throwbacks to the 80s because I think this is the most revealing costume we have to date. And it kind of reminds me of Psylocke from X-Men, but I don't know if it's supposed to be a reference to anything in particular. Anyway, for Wraith, we need to start dealing damage. So we're going to use the impromptu invention that gives us a Razor Ordnance. We are going to fish out the utility belt. We're going to put this in play. Then we're going to put the Razor Ordnance out. And now we are going to use our base power to manipulate the environment. Out comes targeting innocents, which we will trash. Then we are going to hit Dawn for, you guessed it, 3 damage. So we got a spare throat jam. That's all well and good, I guess. Now, for Fanatic here, there isn't really much to do. I mean, we do have End of Days for that nuke. We have Prayer of Desperation, which we'll probably use near the... Actually, I think we'll use everything other than End of Days, but keep in mind, if you find yourself getting overwhelmed or overrun, End of Days may be your last-ditch effort to salvage the game. Anyway, we will Sanctify Dawn. It's a measly 1 damage, but it's something. Also gives us a card draw, which is Divine Sacrifice. That's going to be very helpful for when Dawn and Anvil hit the field. Then we're going to use this new power, Kill the Spirit, on Citizen Dawn. So now we cannot attack her other things. Anything we do to try to attack anyone else is going to be steered into Dawn. So in case you're wondering, take the Divine Sacrifice, for example. This hits 3 guys for 1 irreducible. You can say, hit Dawn for 1, hit Citizen Assault, which will be redirected into Dawn for a 2nd one, hit Summer, and that'll be a 3rd one dealt to Dawn. So like most games with Legacy, you want to lead off with Inspiring Presence. You gotta motivate your team to get them off their butts and working. And we are going to use the Atomic Glare on Dawn for 4 damage. So we took off about 12% of her hit points that turn. You can round it up to 13, I guess. We drew a takedown, Cramped Quarters Combat. Oh man, this is gonna hurt. So everything gets +1, including Citizen Blood here, as well as, you guessed it, Citizen Battery. So that's amped up to 2. This is 2 across the board. Oh yeah, boosted to 3 because of Battery. She's gonna hit them for 4. She hits herself for 3. 6 damage, damn. Very, very bloody turn. Anyway, we need to start thinning these guys out a bit. So we can Throat Jab Dawn. And I'm gonna kill... Wow, it's 4 damage. That's really nice. So we can use the Razor Ordnance on Citizen Assault. We don't have to worry about Retribution right now because Throat Jab. And then we need to peek at the environment. So out next is Paparazzi on the Scene. Let's trash that so we get to keep our powers. Drew a targeting computer. That'll be helpful when this expires. So right here we can put the Zealous Offense out to bind some targets, but we can only hit Dawn. And the good news is it will deal 3 damage due to Inspiring Presence and Cramped Quarters Combat, so the Zealous Offense will be able to activate next turn. So out comes the Brutal Censure. So that's telling you the old effect expired, but the new one's already in place, so who cares? So right here we're going to use Surge of Strength, and I'm going to blow away Summer. So it's really tempting to deal a 6 damage nuke to Dawn, it's just you have to get her damage under control. So that's 2 of 5 citizens needed to flip her in the trash. So Cramped Quarters Combat expires at the start of the turn. Out comes the Plummeting Monorail. That will hit Dawn for most of the game. Out comes Citizen Truth, so we can only hurt him. Out comes Citizen Anvil, so that's 2 points of damage reduction to Citizen Truth. So Throat Jab and Dare will protect her. Hammer's not in the trash, so we don't have to worry about that. So right here we need to get the infrared eyepiece out so we can start manipulating her deck. So we're going to go ahead and use that. And check out Devastating Aurora. We're going to put that on the bottom by putting Citizen Spring on top. We get a card draw because of how the eyepiece works. And we need to start cutting into Dare. So this isn't going to deal a lot, but it's better than getting blown up by the Aurora. By the way, if she plays Aurora, you will probably need to do End of Days immediately after. So I'm not worried about these two. We need to bind the damage from Blood and Battery. So I'm going to bind them with Zealous Offense, and I can't actually do anything here because anything I deal will be directed into Citizen Dawn. So if you really wanted to, like, you could play the Brutal Censure for a card draw, but if you need cards, I would just recommend using the Prayer of Desperation. We get Emboldened and Consecrated Ground. So Zealous Offense is going to expire, but oh well. So yeah, it really doesn't matter because that still gives us 2 cards. We get the one from Brutal Censure and then the end of turn card draw, so all comes out the same. Anyway, we need to kill Dare right here and now so that the monorail can start hitting Dawn. So we need to Backfist strike him. It's going to be a little bit overkill, but it's worth it to take him out. Then we are going to hit him with the old eye lasers. Everyone loves the eye lasers. So yes, I do have to take Retribution damage here, but it's not a big deal. So Dawn will take 4 here because of Anvil. Please back up. Like, I wouldn't really have as much of a problem with Anvil if at least he took the 1 point of damage that's being reduced, but oh well. My main complaint about Dawn is just that a lot of her stuff, there's just way too much packed into it. So right here we will hit Fanatic. In case you didn't remember, those were bound by Zill's offense. So we need to kill Anvil. So this is a turn where we can splatter the citizens. So I'm thinking we can throw jab her. This will deal 2 damage still because -1 and then Inspiring Presence fixing that. So we'll go ahead and nail her. And we need to use your power first. I probably should have explained this. So by using your power, we can get the Cramped Quarters combat out. Basically, if there's something good in the environment, you can play it and then deal damage. So right here, we can go ahead and hit Anvil for 4 then. Pretty nice. So right here, we're going to say to Anvil, screw your damage reduction, man. I'm playing Divine Sacrifice. So this is normally +1, Inspiring Presence +1, and then Cramped Quarters combat is +1. So 3 irreducible damage. Good night, Anvil. So he goes down, but Throw Jab blocks that. Then we're going to hit Dawn. Now since she's Throw Jabbed, I don't have to worry about any sort of damage redirection out of her. And then we're going to go ahead and hit Spring. So right here, I want to finish off Spring for 1 so that it's dead, and I want to hit Dawn because anything I do will be redirected into her, and I may not want to hit her next turn. So Citizen Spring is gone, and that's 4 in her trash now, I believe. Yeah. No, that's all 5. So she's flipping this turn. So anyway, I want to kill Blood because if the other 2 clowns come out, Sweat or Tears, they have amplified effects. So I was on a bit of a tangent there for a second about how Dawn stuff does so damn much. Truth in general is horribly, horribly overpowered by making everyone else invulnerable. And usually the best way to kill him is to bring out Dare. So you have Summer and Hammer, which just deal craploads of damage. Anvil will revive Hammer. Devastating Roar just wipes the field. She is probably the single most overloaded character in the entire game. But anyway, we are going to take care of Blood here. So this is going to deal 6. Surge of Strength, Inspiring Presence, plus Cramped Quarters. So we don't have to worry about the retaliation. We draw Heroic Interception. And we need to start going back to beating down Dawn. So this will offset her healing from the previous turn. We drew a Backfist Strike. That'll be helpful if she pulls something annoying. But the fight's winding down. Impending Casualty, we're going to have Wraith discard for that. We're going to get rid of the Combat Stance. I don't think I need it. So she merged with the Power of the Sun, and then she fizzled. Yep. So Luminous Leadership's going to heal her for 1 hit point every turn. Out comes Citizen Sweat. So definitely a good thing I got rid of Blood, otherwise... This card deals that hero 1 melee damage. Oh. Okay, that's not as bad. It's still annoying though. So anyway, Throw Jab protects Dawn from her self-damage. And we're going to get rid of Surge of Strength. That way everyone else gets to keep the +1. So right here I want to get the targeting computer out so that we can start cutting into her. So 6 damage. Then we'll use the eyepiece to see what's coming up. Return with the dawn, no matter what. So if I let that go, that would be 2 revivals. That can be a little dangerous since she has both Dare and Anvil in the trash. Not good. I'll leave it at that. So anyway, we want to use Brutal Censure here for the card draw. You could use Consecrated Ground if you want to destroy one of these. It's just I'm not threatened. So, plus I don't really care to destroy any of her stuff or her other citizens. I think I'm just done speaking. So, power done. And there's Divine Focus, the big gun for Xtreme Prime Warden Fanatic. So if you don't know how this works, at the start of your turn you can discard and then Fanatic shoots the guy with the highest HP for 2 radiant damage. Now because of the way her power works, whoever you attack with her power is going to receive the Divine Focus shot. So this basically allows you to just twist the knife. That's probably the best way to describe it. And it's just really, really nasty. You'll see what I mean. That's going to be what kills her. So right here we need to block anything coming out, so we're going to use Takedown. I also want to fall below 10 hit points because then I can evade the monorail. So right here we are going to go ahead and hit Citizen Dawn for 4 damage. We take 2. Monorail's going to hit her for 5. She'll heal for 1. And then the police backup is going to help. Hey, the backup has backup. So real quick, in case you're wondering, for her deck order. So we know her bottom card is Return with the Dawn, and as well as her top card. Her card underneath that would have been played should be Blinding Blast. So you'd have to discard if you did not actually, we'll have Fanatic take this. In case I need to do a Heroic Interception. Now, Takedown has already taken effect, so go ahead and destroy it. So anyway, if you let the Blinding Blast go through, then you do have to discard, which may be a bad thing for you. That's kind of up to you to decide. So right here I'm going to throw out a Stun Bolt in case this goes longer than this round, but this should be the finale. So we're going to hit her for 6. Then we're going to hit her for 4 more. And then she does less damage to us and herself. So right here we're going to put out Divine Focus. And now make sure you hit Dawn. Otherwise this will not be as brutal as it can be. So we draw Divine Focus. So Beacon's turn arrives. By the way, in case you ever wonder why I call her Beacon, that's her name in the board game. It's after her father dies that she actually becomes Legacy. So right here, this form is her Multiverse variant where her father is dead and she has become Legacy. But while her father is alive, then she's just Beacon. So we'll throw away the Aegis. So 3 damage. Now we're going to Backfist Strike Dawn. Give her the old eye lasers. She'll live with 1 hit point until the environment turn starts. So, yeah. Ouch. Now, normally, remember, this would go for the highest HP target, so they will tell you here it's Citizen Battery, but because I've killed the Spirit, it's going for Dawn. Redirected, we win. So, court game challenge out of the way. I really would not mind not seeing another one of these for 2 months. Overall, not really that bad. It could be a lot worse, let's face it. And have we actually done all of these? 1, 2, 3... Where's Voss? I think Voss was the first ultimate mode. Yeah. So if you've been doing the one-shots, but you haven't been playing on your own, that will unlock an achievement for you for the challenge mode. But for the ultimate mode, we still have to beat her, in terms of one-shots, that is. I've done it already, and you can see it on the channel. And Baron Blade, I think, still has his ultimate mode out there. I wonder if that's what we'll be seeing for the next core game challenges. But anyway, if you want my speculation, it has been a good amount of time since we had a Team Villain game, a full month. So I'm predicting next month we'll probably have one of those. I'm hoping it's not really anything too complicated because I'm falling behind on games. But how's my streak going? Keep in mind, if it's a stupid random game, I'm probably not going to play it. 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32... So, 34. Basically, if it's like this, I'm not wasting my time. But anyway, that is the one-shot for you guys. I'm the Hero of Light, thanks for watching, and goodbye.